Okay, here on Union Boulevard, coming up on Club Avenue, and we're going to be hanging after Club Avenue, West Broad and Bethlehem. Just want to give you a quick rundown on something. And people have told me I shouldn't say this, but it's the reality, sorry. For most of the summer, I've bounced between living in a hotel and living on the street. Okay, no, I'm not on drugs or alcohol. I'm busting my ass with this magazine, trying to get the advertising and money coming in. And for some reason, over the past month here in the city of Allentown, I've noticed an increasing number of people living on the street and homeless people. Okay, which I find very interesting, considering all the media hype and the way the mayor of Allentown is trying to blind everyone to the real city. Okay, by the real city, I mean ever since it opened, all you hear about is how great the arena is, how great that section of Allentown. Allentown's a city without limits. Whoever came up with that saying, give me a break. You got paid how much for coming up with something that takes about 10 seconds? City without limits? Anybody buys that line of crap, you need help. But anyway, the reality of Allentown, the city, and pretty much a lot of cities, is over there at 7th and Hamilton. I was at the arena for the open house. Okay? It is gorgeous in there. That section, that small 1 block section of Allentown is beautiful. Okay? You see photos all the time of, wow, well, here's a photo of what it's like when the event's going on at the arena. No kidding, it's going to be packed right there. Thank you for insulting everyone's common sense on that. Well, the funny part about it was, on Monday, I was, October 6th, I was around 5:30, it was kind of pretty much ghost town. So I'm wondering, my first thought was, okay, where are all these people at that are supposedly here all the time, walking around, and everything else. Here's another reality of everything that the mayor, the city council, and the local media are trying to blind you to. Get off Tillman, get out of that section. Get off Hamilton. Get off 7th. Guess what? You find the real city of Allentown. You find people busting their asses. You find people busting their asses at minimum wage to lower paying jobs to try to support their families and keep a roof over their head and have something close to a decent life. Damn. You see people, you see the crime, you see the drug deals going down. Okay? And I'm talking, during the summer, man, there were times I walked down 7th Street and I got a contact high. Okay? Even on, from what I was told by people, I did not experience this. Even down on 7th Street at points, you see drug deals going down at night, broad day, plain sight. Okay? Now granted, this isn't at that 1 block section arena. This is going north. Another reality of the city, like I said, you see an increasing number of homeless. Okay. But yet, all the hype and the mayor and the city council was, look at all the jobs that were created. Opening night of the arena. I was at the Allentown Transit Center heading over to Bethlehem. I was over there. Well, number one, I saw a lot of cops there. And my first question was, why aren't they getting paid? They're doing their job. This is nothing against police officers. I have nothing but the highest respect for the police and the fire department, and volunteer firefighters, paramedics, EMTs, etc., for risking their lives every day for us. This is the city government I'm talking about. They're getting paid to be around the arena. Great, congratulations to announcing every criminal in the city. Well, as long as you don't come around here, you know what? Open house field day. Great job. Why aren't they getting paid to put extra patrols on the rest of the city streets? My question right there. Okay. And I was staying at the 7-Eleven, which is right across the street from the arena. I was talking to somebody about it and everything else. An employee of the arena, don't ask, don't remember. Even if I did, I'm a prick about confidentiality. According to the exact quote, yeah, 500 jobs that don't pay anything. I know a couple people who work at some of these restaurants. Nothing against the restaurants. Again, I'm talking about the city government and the mayor and the media here. Okay? Basically, I have an old friend that works at that got a job at one of the restaurants. On a Sunday, they were sent home early. You know why? It was dead over there. Okay? Granted, it happens everywhere, but according to the media hype and the city government, you know, this is the real city of Allentown, and this is what it's like. I'm sure in a lot of cities, no matter all over the world. Okay, of course they want to show you the best parts to try and attract the business, the money, and the tourism. Unfortunately, the mayor of Allentown and the city government are a bunch of complete screw-ups, and they proved it the day after the opening of the arena. Weather wasn't perfect for this, but hey, fairs and festivals. The Lehigh Valley's known for fairs and festivals. Doesn't matter what the weather is. Open house day after the Eagles concert. Perfect. Even if they want to shut down the streets, although road construction close enough on certain ones. Perfect chance to have a major street festival. Perfect chance for it. And I'm talking full blown, all out. You know what? Let's take this section right here and let's put on a show like Music Fest. Amazingly enough, they didn't do it. Amazingly enough, they can't quite take the hint of how Bethlehem and around the circle in Easton is so successful and so popular. Because when you have street festivals like this, it opens it up to say everybody is welcome here. Okay? From the homeless on up. Minimum wage, low paying jobs, you own a multi-million-dollar house. Hey, you know what? This is the place to be right now, today. Damn. To me, that's common sense, but what do I know? I walk the streets, take the bus, and you know, own a magazine. What do I know? My whole point is that the city government and the local media want to blind you completely and only show you this one small section and everything else that's going to supposedly going to happen. But yet they don't give a damn about the rest of the city. They don't give a damn about all the problems that Allentown and every other city has. The drugs, the crime. They don't give a damn about the people working minimum wage who would love a better paying job. They don't give a damn. Now, I gotta start this short part off with both sides. Like I said, I bounced between living in a hotel on the street, into a homeless shelter over in Bethlehem for a meal. People living on the street have taken notice. You have the ones, the drug addicts, alcoholics, etc. Okay, and you have people that, and I'm not going to use a stereotype or a slang term, but you have people that don't want to get out of that life. Okay? That have no desire to get out of that life. But you have people living on the street that, whether they made mistakes in their life, everyone does, whether there's something traumatic happened to them. Almost 7 years ago, my wife died, and I had several things happen, major things happen after that. It took me almost 7 years to finally get my head straightened and my drive back. Whether it was they lost their job, divorce, whatever, that would give anything to get out of that life. City government and the media don't give a damn about that. And I'm blasting the local media here for another reason. Why don't you pay your people to walk the streets day and night? Why don't you pay your people to get their asses out of their cars and take the damn bus, which is cheaper anyway? Huh? Why don't you? I own a magazine. I do 99% of it on my own. You know what? I don't have a vehicle, and even if I did, I would still do it this way. I could hit damn Powerball and would still do my magazine from the street level, because this is where you find out what's really going on. Okay? The mayor, the city government, and the local media are afraid. Either afraid or what, for some unknown reason, don't care about the real problems. Or if they do, it's a quick headline, that's it. Okay? They don't try. And some of the responsibility does fall on the media. I'm part of it. Okay? They don't try to fix the problems. They don't try to make a difference. They don't try to give people a reason to vote and make the changes that are needed. And I want to finish this off with one thing. With one last section. Please, go out. Go to the events at the arena. Support the Phantom. Support the concerts. Support all the events that are happening there. The arena is gorgeous. I love it. Okay? Please, support the arena. When you can afford it, support the local restaurants. Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, check my review, #1 on my list for donuts, coffee, and cappuccino. Okay? Great service. Prices anybody can afford. Anybody can afford at least one or two times a week. Food quality off the scale. Okay, please support these businesses. But when you want to, before you think that Allentown is truly a city without limits, and looking at the way this is the direction things are going, and you believe the city government, the mayor, and the media, and all the media ass-kissing hype, emphasis on ass-kissing, okay? Do me a favor. Walk the streets, and I'd say night, but you get down below 10, start getting the numbers below 10, 12th to 10th, drive them. You want to walk the streets at night, as long as you know how to handle yourself and you're not showing off that you have a lot of money, Hamilton, 7th, Tillman, your best bets, do it all the time. Okay? Get up around above 12th, you're good for the most part. Okay? And feel free to come at me and say I'm wrong and jump all over me about this. But do me one favor. Before you do it from the street level, like where I am. Don't say, oh wow, well I was over at the arena and, because I will laugh in your face. If I'm wrong, prove it. Just do it from the street level and say, hey, look, I walked around. There's a lot of potential here, which I do agree with. You're wrong, and here's the reasons. Because if you come at me from any other level, I'm either going to laugh my ass off at you or just completely ignore you. I could be totally wrong here, but this is from my experience. This is from my experience walking the streets and taking the buses. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much for your support. Be safe in the night and always. Thanks for listening. Michael Phoenix. I'll see